Hey guys, Bad Infos here, and these are the 10 best cutscenes in GTA 5. This was the hardest list I have done so far, out of 36 amazing picks I originally had. I shortened the list by a lot, since it's a top 10 and I wanna stick to the format. In turn, a lot of signature and incredible cutscenes had to be cut out from the video. This is all opinion based, of course, and if you disagree, let me know what your list looks like. So, without further ado, let's begin with the cutscenes. We start off with our trio of gangsters in the long stretch. My love for Lamar grows no bounds. He is my favorite character and this may very well be the best cutscene he is in. Strangely enough, he is not the funniest thing here, but Franklin. His burns are out of this world. It's joke after joke and there's no stopping the fool. An old friend of theirs has come back from prison and Franklin is not happy. Like a true gangster, he tells it how it is, and I love the face Stretch makes when he's told. Oh yeah, we also see Auntie Denise losing her shit with her friends at the beginning. Typical of her, she creeps me out sometimes and Franklin has the right to tell her off. I'm telling you man, he's on a roll and it was a nice introduction to Stretch.
But I know some sweet boys up in the pen that got bigger balls than you.
Oh, you been doing your time looking at sweet boy balls? Yeah, it's good to have confirmation.
One of the last missions for Mr. Nigel from the string of missions Vinewood Souvenirs. Here we meet Audi Napoli. I bet many of you have never even seen Nigel as his missions are not required for 100% completion. He is a cuckoo like Trevor and his acquaintance does not fall behind. This is demonstrated perfectly well here. These two are crazy for celebs. They go through their trash, steal their underwear, used toilet paper probably, maybe even silverware, I don't know. Other than that, they stalk celebs and were caught a few times by the police. But when they demonstrate that they're just two sweet, peaceful senior citizens, they are let go because they deny the allegations. Nigel was on a roll here. I loved his semi-erection joke after hugging Trevor, and also Trevor never gets to hug anybody in the game. It's nice when I see him get some genuine love.
Stalking is not what I would call it.
Nor me. I told the judge I thought it was unfair.
Yes, anyone's trousers could have come undone at that point.
The cafe cutscene in reuniting the family. I mean, sure, I could have placed here many of the other cutscenes in this mission because they're all amazing. Like for instance when Michael tells Amanda to
You suck my cock!
in front of his children. When Jimmy asks for a car after semi-apologizing.
Not in the so will you buy me a car kind of way, in a completely off-topic can you buy me a car.
But no guys, there's one person who I despise more than the actual antagonists in the game, and that is Fabian. Seeing revenge on his stupid face brings me so much joy. And trust me, we get revenge on his stupid actual face. The only way Michael knows how, with violence. That smack was incredibly satisfying. The pain and blood shown is the cherry on top. Oh yeah, and that also shut up the annoying lady who kept shushing us throughout the cutscene. Man, this one has everything: violence, love, understanding, bickering, jokes and satisfaction. What more do you want?
You could do a lot better than a prima donna yoga instructor with an anal fixation.
Someone say,
Shut up!
And here is I Fought the Law for Devin Weston, but not the opening, oh no no. While that one is still great, nothing can compare to the brilliant cutscene on the bridge. You spend many minutes with the trio chasing these trash people, putting the lives of many for their amusement. Looking at you too, Franklin. And finally you stop them. Trevor is seriously enjoying this too much. He would make a great cop in the USA play, especially after recent real-life events. He insults the dude, he pushes him, touches him inappropriately, and even throws him on the street. There could have been a passing vehicle there, dude, and he would have been splattered. The other two characters are great here as well, Franklin calling Trevor off, and Michael losing his cool after the racer did not want to get out of his car.
Officer,
entirely necessary?
Yes, it is. Get on. Come on. Hands on the car. Let's go.
And here is the ending of the game, option C. Many of you would place here the closing cutscene, but not me. While that one is still great, the one we get after wiping out the building clean is top notch. This is the culmination of the game. Everything you worked for so far is about to get solved. Here you decide who to end and how to end them. You call Lester as the trio, he gives you directions, everyone chooses a target, and you go on your separate ways. I love the synergy between these three. There's not even much arguing between Trevor and Michael, which I appreciate. I hate that. Trevor even explains calmly and collected why they need to end Stretch. He actually makes a lot of sense, and looking for sense in Trevor's words is usually a lost cause. Add the fact that ending C is my favorite and I simply cannot exclude this cutscene. Absolutely loved the discussion they had.
Del Perro Pier. Shooting permit came up immediately.
Shut it! I wanted to ice that fucker since the moment I met him.
On number 5 I'm placing the opening cutscene in Minor Turbulence. This one is huge, maybe the longest one in this video. It starts off with Franklin, who calls Michael, who is hiding in Trevor's trailer. They discuss how things are and what Trevor did to one of the most influential drug barons in the state. Their exchange was perfect here. It's like Michael has given up and just accepts that he's not gonna see his family, that he's gonna live with this lunatic for the rest of his life, that you get the point. When Trevor wakes up is where the actual meat of the cutscene begins. Here we see Michael taking a piss with the door open, meeting Ron and refusing to give him a handshake because his hands are a bit busy right now. Then Trevor talks to the hostage, telling her that she could get literally shredded and surprisingly she's okay with that, and calls Trevor a good man. Like, what? But again, it doesn't end here. The exchange here, when Ron gets scared, was greatly executed too. I mean, I would also react like that when Trevor screams all of a sudden. Oh man, this cutscene has everything, it's awesome.
You're gonna give me a sob story, I'm gonna rip your fucking throat out.
And shove a turd down the hole.
The opening cutscene for Friends Reunited, again as the trailer. At this point Trevor has not met Michael, but here is when he learns of his whereabouts. Although this takes a while, Wade, this knucklehead, is trying his best but is failing miserably to give Trevor the info he desires, and pays for that with his head. One punch was not enough, so here Wade have another. What makes it funny is that Trevor promised not to hit Wade, but he did. I wouldn't say it was deserved, sure, but Wade needs to activate his brain for a bit. I mean, he calls a child to ask if the child is in fact a 40-year-old bank robber. Like, what? The kindergarten teacher rightfully threatened to call the police. At the end we close off with the best dialogue these two have had the entire game. Listen.
You can jerk me off if I get bored.
I'm joking.
You can suck me off.
Are we gonna stop for ice cream?
Yeah, he would be okay with anything as long as there's ice cream. Typical Wade. And now we move on to the final 3, this time at the very end of the game, even after you pass the last mission or even get 100%. In Mrs. Phillips, we finally get to see Mrs. Phillips, obviously, and that's not Trevor's wife, but his mom! Rounding up the crazy mom trio in the series. You know my dislike for Tony's mom and Louise's mom if you watched my 10 worst characters video. Well, Trevor's mom does not fall behind. She's a piece of work, I'll tell you that much. The whole game, 40, 60, 80, or in my case 380 hours it took to complete it. You are probably wondering why Trevor is so messed up, why he's this crazy and this vengeful. And now you know it's because of her. She abused him, she called him names, blamed him for all the problems in her life, used him and still does. Yes, we finally know. It's a shame that it's after game completion though, not many people are ever gonna see her, and that's a shame. You need to know about Trevor's past and how messed up his childhood was. This cutscene is the perfect ending to such an incredible game.
Is that what you think I am? A prostitute? Still? You're sick.
What should I do?
On number 2 I'll place the opening to Scouting the Port. Hey viewers, do you like dick? Me neither, but for some reason I love seeing it in video games. The politician in The Lost and Damned gave us a full show, and now Trevor did the same in this game as well. Sure, we saw his behind when we got introduced to him, but here we got the full show. Here we have Floyd, a really nervous loser with a dead-end job, a girlfriend who doesn't love him but prefers Bob, a very messy condo after Trevor visits him of course, and above all,
I ain't got a very big penis. Some girls laugh when they look at it.
Yep, a small penis. He just admits it and Trevor is like, oh nice, show me right now, right now. I love how nervous Floyd gets here, and although he's not the most nervous in this cutscene, you can't help but laugh. The whole time Trevor's pants were down, he was looking at the ceiling, but Wade was actually impressed.
Put your Johnson away, sir.
And here guys, on number 1 of course I would place the opening to Fame or Shame, the cutscene in which Michael meets Trevor for the first time after 10 years. All this time has passed. Michael ran away with the money, Trevor lived in a trailer, tattooed Michael's name on his arm, mourned him, and lived his life as a hipster. This is the turning point of the game. After this mission, everything changes, the story gets more serious and our characters start interacting with each other. All thanks to this cutscene. Look at the tension between the two. Look at the scared look of Michael, how he pushes away Jimmy to safety because Michael doesn't know what Trevor would do, especially with his fists looking like that. Absolutely the best cutscene in the game. Prove me wrong.
One of those fake your own deaths to your best buddy, and then run off with the dough, and then live in a big mansion. Awkward situations.
And those were the 10 best cutscenes in GTA 5 in my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion guys, which one do you like the most? If you enjoyed the video make sure you leave a like, or if you didn't then a dislike is fine too. Thanks for watching and a very special thank you to my lovely Patreon supporters. Austin Data, House the Chowder, Alex Chavez and Max Robinson, thank you so much for the support.